Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda. As stated before, it is in his form as Mahavishnu that the Lord manifests the material universes. Just as a husband and wife combine to beget offspring, Mahavishnu combines with his wife Maya or material nature. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 14.4, where Krishna states, Sarvayonishu Taya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahat Yonir Aham Bija Prada Pita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed giving father.
So here
Vishnu
in
is,
Bhagavad, I'm sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, can I
Yeah,
say? Yeah.
yeah.
So here in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, I'm sorry, chapter 14, text 4, Krishna is clearly saying how everything is coming, how everyone is coming about. You know, we may wonder where we have come from, what's happening. But here it's saying all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed giving father. Krishna is just saying it clearly. He's saying it directly. There is no need to um, make up anything. He's just saying it. Aham bija pradapita. I'm the seed giving father of all species of life. He's not saying I'm only the seed giving father of the human beings. No, all species. They could be animals or birds or fish, plants, human beings, everyone. Krishna is the seed giving father. So he's the supreme father. It's not that only the human beings are the children of God. No, even the animals, even the fish, even the bird. And so it is our duty to protect them. And here Prabhupada is saying that as just as a husband and wife combine to get children, Mahavishnu, he glances at material nature, and that's how this material universe is created. It's manifest.
Vishnu impregnates Maya, the material nature, simply by glancing at her. This is the spiritual method. Materially, we are limited to impregnating by only one particular part of our body. But the Supreme Lord, Krishna or Mahavishnu, can impregnate by any part. Simply by glancing, the Lord can conceive countless living entities in the womb of material nature. The Brahma Samhita confirms that the spiritual body of the Supreme Lord is so powerful that any part of his body can perform the functions of any other part. We can touch only with our hands or skin, but Krishna can touch just by glancing. We can see only with our eyes. We cannot touch or smell with them. Krishna, however, can smell and also eat with his eyes. When food is offered to Krishna, we do not see him eating, but he eats simply by glancing at the food. We cannot imagine how things work in the spiritual world, where everything is spiritual. It is not that Krishna does not eat or that we imagine that he eats. He actually eats. but his eating is different from ours. Our eating process will be similar to his when we are completely on the spiritual platform. On that platform, every part of the body can act on behalf of any other part.
So Prabhupada is pointing out what the scriptures are saying, that how this material nature is coming simply by glancing. Now we may say, oh, how is that possible? How is it that Mahavishnu just looked at the material energy and this material world came out? Do we have a better explanation? We say, no, oh, there was a big bang and then all this creation happened. Is that logical? No, that does not seem logical at all. Because how can something destructive as an explosion create such beautiful creation of the birds and the bees and the flowers? Not possible. So this is the explanation that is given in the scriptures, in the Vedas, as to how the material world is created. Is created by the glance of Lord Vishnu. And then again, Prabhupada points out another point that because someone may say that, oh, Krishna, he eats with his eyes. Yes, Lord Brahma says that in the Brahma Samhita. We are singing it every day. Angani asya sakle. That any part, any limb of his body can do the function of his other limb. We cannot eat with our eyes. Imagine we are very hungry and then we just sit in front of the food and just look at the food, but don't eat it. We are not going to get full. We are going to remain hungry. We are not going to be nourished. But Krishna can. He eats simply by glancing. He can even walk with his hands. He can his any function because he's spiritual. So Prabhupada is saying we cannot understand how things are working in the spiritual world. But because we can't understand it, we cannot say that it is not true. Like suppose we give a child a calculus problem. And so that is beyond the intelligence of the child. But the child can just say, yes, it's beyond my intelligence. It is true, but it's beyond my intelligence. But just saying that, no, it is not true because it's beyond my intelligence, that is a sign of great misfortune then. That is a sign of unintelligence. Because if we say, I don't believe in it because I can't understand it, that is a sign of unintelligence. So, and Prabhupada is pointing out that when we are completely on the spiritual platform, even our body can act in same like how Krishna's body, because it's spiritual. Any part of the body can perform the function of all other parts. That's the spiritual world. That's the spiritual nature. Is that okay? Are there any comments on this or questions?
No, it's quite clear.
Okay. So kindly
Vishnu
read.
does, yeah. Vishnu does not require anything in order to create. He does not require the goddess Lakshmi in order to give birth to Brahma. For Brahma is born from a lotus flower that grows from the navel of Vishnu. The goddess Lakshmi sits at the feet of Vishnu and serves him. In this material world, sex is required to produce children. But in the spiritual world, a man can produce as many children as he likes without having to take help from his wife. So there is no sex there. Because we have no experience with spiritual energy, we think that Brahma's birth from the navel of Vishnu is simply a fictional story. We are not aware that spiritual energy is so powerful that it can do anything and everything. Material energy is dependent on certain laws, but spiritual energy is fully independent.
Because our experience is limited to the material energy. And in our material experience, we can see that it needs the man, the husband, and the wife, the man and the woman to create children. That is what is in our experience. That's what is in the material world. But on the spiritual platform, it's not so. We can see that Lord Vishnu Out of his navel, Brahmaji is coming. Lakshmiji is not involved in this process. So Prabhupada is saying the spiritual energy is fully independent. It's a completely different platform. And we do not have the experience of the spiritual energy. But because we don't have the experience of spiritual energy, we should not disregard the scriptures which are speaking about the spiritual energy as fictional. We believe in so many things in the material world which we don't see also. Just simply by hearing somebody tells us of something far away and we accept it. Similarly, these revealed scriptures are speaking to us of the spiritual world. So it is our duty to accept them.
Countless universes reside like seeds within the skin pores of Mahavishnu, and when he exhales, they are all manifested. In the material world, we have no experience of such a thing, but we do experience a perverted reflection in the phenomenon of perspiration. We cannot imagine, however, the duration of one breath of Mahavishnu, for within one breath, the universes are created and annihilated. This is stated in the Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma lives only for the duration of one breath. And according to our time scale, 4,320,000,000 years constitute only 12 hours of Brahma, and Brahma lives 100 of his years. Yet the whole life of Brahma is contained within one breath of Mahavishnu. Thus, it is not possible for us to imagine the breathing power of Mahavishnu, who is but a partial manifestation of Lord Nityananda. This is the author of Caitanya Caritamita explains in the ninth verse. I didn't get this part.
So it's unimaginable for us, no? So Prabhupada is saying, okay, where are all these universes coming from? They're coming from breathing of Mahavishnu. So when he's breathing out, all the universes are being manifest. And when he's breathing in, all the universes go again back in his body. Now, our breathing is barely a few seconds, right? Our breathing in and out, barely a few seconds. But Lord Mahavishnu's breathing is so long that the universes are manifest for trillions and trillions of years. And then they go inside. So it's like unimaginable for us. How we can understand? Because one universe stays for 100 years of Brahma. Now we'll say, but it's only 100 years. But it's 100 years of Brahma, not of a human being. Our what is that? Our Chatur Yugas 1,000 times is only 12 hours of Brahma. And as we just read, 4,320,000,000 years. These are 12 hours. So, and then as much is his night. So 4,320,000,000 times 2 is 1 day and night. And he's living for 100 such years. And that is the life of the universe. So we can't even imagine how long one breath of Mahavishnu is. Then we can try to understand it as an ant, for example. The life of the ant relative to the human being's life. An ant is born, he reproduces, grows up, becomes old and dies. And for us, it may be, I'm not very sure, but it could be few hours or a few days. Or there are certain germs which are born at night and they die in the morning. Like in our night, they are born, and in our morning, they die. So for human being, only 12 hours they are living. But for that germ or for that worm, it's 100 years of full life cycle. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
So this Mahavishnu, where is he coming from? He's coming from Lord Balaramji. Lord Balaramji is Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is Lord Balaramji. And this is who is referred to in Caitanya Caritamita, 9th verse.
But partial manifestation, why does it say partial? Why does it say partial manifestation?
So Mahavishnu, he is but a partial manifestation of Lord Nityananda, because Lord Nityananda is Balaramji himself, right? So Balaramji, he first expands as Vasudev, as Narayan. Then he expands into the Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Vasudev, Anirudh. Then another Chaturvyuha, same, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and Vasudev. Then from this second Chaturvyuha comes Mahavishnu. That's why he's called partial manifestation. He's not directly. Not that Balaramji directly is coming as Mahavishnu. There's so many other expansions in between.
Okay. In the 10th and 11th verses, Krishna Das Kaviraj describes Garbhodakshay Vishnu and Shirodakshay Vishnu successive plenary expansions of Mahavishnu. Brahma appears upon a lotus growing from the navel of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and within the stem of that lotus are so many planetary systems. Then Brahma creates the whole of human society, animal society, everything. Shirodakshay Vishnu lies on the milk ocean within the universe, of which he is the controller and maintainer. Thus, Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and, and when the time for annihilation arrives, Shiva will finish everything.
So we heard Mahavishnu, from his body, the universes are coming out. Then who's Garbhodakshay Vishnu? Anyone remembers?
Garbhodakshay Vishnu resides in every universe.
That's right. And then from his navel, who is coming?
Brahma.
That's right. Brahmaji is coming from his navel. And then Shirodakshay Vishnu, who's he?
Shirodakshay Vishnu resides in every atom.
That's right. Yes. Also within the heart of every living entity.
Every living entity.
Yeah. So he's living inside every universe and is lying on the milk ocean. So whenever there is any problem within the universe which Brahma is not able to solve, who do they go to?
Shirodakshay Vishnu.
To Shirodakshay Vishnu. That's right. So Shirodakshay Vishnu, he's the maintainer. Brahma is the creator. And who's the annihilator?
Shiva.
Hmm?
Shiva.
Yeah. That's right. So should we stop here? It's almost 8, or you want to read for the stop?
Yes, we can
Okay.
stop now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening in and joining in. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai.